Father, brother. Long time no see. I finally done with medical school, but I don't know where I should practice.
Are you here to ask us for our opinions?
Of course, you three guys are the most important people in my life.
So what's the question?
Where should I practice?
Where you were raised, of course.
In Jamaica, but why?
Because there are not many doctors to help the sick there.
If I was to choose Jamaica, I would be lost in their healthcare system.
Well, I can help you out with that. When I was in Jamaica, I was very young, but I still remember a few things.
Like what?
Well, back in my day, there were many healthcare problems, breakthroughs, and even policies.
What happened?
As far as I can remember is the events that took place in the 19th century. I remember in school learning about the two outbreaks of cholera in 1850 and 1853. The earlier outbreak of cholera caused 32,000 people to die, while the second outbreak caused epidemics of thyroid fever. When I was 2, I remember father telling me that I was a miracle baby, but I never knew how. Until I asked him, and he said because the infant mortality rate for kids born in 1937 was low. After that, he mentioned how 1 to 2 in every 10 infants die before the age of 1. In Jamaica during 1879, 1881, and 1882, we created the vaccinations for cholera, anthrax, and rabies, while the English were more worried about putting people to sleep by using anesthesia. In Jamaica during 1954, malaria was eradicated, and they haven't been any indigenous cases since. The English were more focused on what carried malaria. So in 1901, they found out that malaria was carried by a mosquito. In Jamaica during 2000, there was approximately 129 cases of tuberculosis. Some healthcare policies in Jamaica during 1875 was the state-based services after emancipation and the subsequent establishment of the island medical services run by hospitals. In 1984, I believe there was a policy of a user-fee reintroduced. A few years back, while we were here in America, which was in 2011, there was a policy regarding the reduce of HIV transmission.
Thanks, Bretta.
No problem.
I remember bumping upon a horrible statistic that might interest you. 1 in every 1,200 is the doctor-patient ratio of Jamaica. Does that seem to interest you?
Of course it does, Father. That's a sad fact to know. Do you think I can help change that statistic?
That is why I'm telling you this, because I know you are capable of changing that. Get this, Great Britain has a doctor-patient ratio of 1 to 440. Doesn't that seem off? No? Yes? Well, I'm not finished. Great Britain has imperialized our land of Jamaica, and may I say, they are a leap ahead of us in our doctor facility ratio.
I want to help now, Father. I know why you're telling me this. This really encourages me to help. Is there more to know about Jamaica?
From what I remember, Jamaica's current goal is to have access to a healthcare facility within 10 miles walking distance. Perhaps you can help with that.
Sounds difficult, but I am determined I must help Jamaica immediately.
That's my girl. You can change Jamaica for the good. Make them feel the wealth of those of Great Britain with your talent Data.
Oh, Father, time has changed quite a bit from the training.
You're right, Data. But with all your years of study, I'm sure there is no need for additional training for the meanwhile. Besides, it's very similar to the training worldwide.
Thank you, Father.
Go talk to Grandfather.
Grandfather, you know a lot about Jamaica. Do you really believe I should go there?
Don't worry, my child. This is what I'm here for.
What % of GDP actually comes from healthcare in Jamaica? What about the UK?
Well, compared to 6.3 GDP in the UK, Jamaica's GDP is only 5.82%.
What's the disease burden in Jamaica?
There is around 89% of the world diseases in Jamaica. Hypertensive heart disease is affecting most people. In the UK, the disease burden is around 60%.
How about the foreign aid in Jamaica?
The US gives Jamaica around $9.6 million and only around $3,085,651 go to healthcare.
Looks like Jamaica might really need my help, especially because of their medical brain drain.
There will be no doom.